Hey guys, welcome to another episode. Today I'm gonna do what I never did before, and it is telling my thoughts on the results of my work, because I want to change the way I make content. It's been few months since I completed the model, and that's for a reason. I felt very unmotivated and so decided to switch to working and experimenting on a photogrammetric 3D modeling. Okay, to the main part.
Because we believe that 15 minutes here can change 15 years of car buying habits.
Here you see the same model shown in cmbr 1, but this particular one is made in accordance to the printed sketch, so it is more precise and definitely looks very juicy, at least to me. By the way, I apologize for the condition of the thing, I already started preparing it for making molds. And now I want to list things that I like, don't like about the thing, and what I have on my mind to fix those things I don't like. The left part of the car is a deviation from the original aesthetics. It got rounded classic shapes and a boat-like look, in short. It happened because I got too keen on while sculpting and I liked the result first and so decided to keep. But just to point it out, I do not think it's so well anymore. Still, what I want to keep is the unbroken longitudinal geometry, especially here, that I decided to use because I absolutely love it in Barracudas. I don't feel like those sporty thighs on modern sports cars, they stick out too much. The right side is almost what I picture it like looking at the sketch. It's got sharp lines and flattened surfaces, looks very clean and modern. Lovely. Now, let's better talk about particular spots on the car and not just macro-scale things. I like cars where there's much space inside, and so I made the left part of the cabin rounded as much as possible. I'm not sure if it's as functional as I hope, but at least, fortunately, it didn't spoil the look. What I do not like here is the windshield shape, but it's not an important spot. It will be reshaped and I'm gonna tell how later. Another thing I gotta mention is the front part of the car. Sadly, it looks like a pug, especially on the left. On the right side I slightly changed it and now I'm gonna tell why I did that. I have an idea to fix this pug face by pushing headlights deeper into the front element. I don't know if I just don't know if I can call it bump, that's why I called it that. I think this method will help because I saw Dodge Challenger has lights very close to the sides of the front and it doesn't make a pug face effect. And to me, that's because Challenger has a flat front. The right side was a pile of complications I did not expect to happen. There were shapes I could not make despite imagining them pretty well. And because of that, the current state of the model is different from the one you see on this picture. For example, this area is reshaped and it is a very important spot. I wish it's possible for you to see. On the pictures, it does reflect light in a special way. Almost no matter from where light comes, this part reflects it and it looks like there is this actually non-existent line and it is lower than this one. It's difficult to transfer through words, I know, but in reality, trust me, it looked like a muscle car combined with a European supercar that has a ground-digging nose or so.
Why I focused on that so much is because with that reflection, the front part of the car looked even more slammed, stanced than it is in reality.
The windshield on the right side is what I want to use on both sides of the final version of the model. I like to call it a rocket windshield. I love it so much. The bonnet looks like a hump that blocks visibility, despite it doesn't. There is a sneaky way to make it look like that and keep it viable at the same time in reality. There is almost nothing to say about the rear. It looks like a face of a shark, and sadly from below it looks like a frog. But no one looks at a car from below, like where humans. The surface of, let's call it trunk, is very smooth and complements the roof perfectly. I absolutely love it. I wanted headlights to be very simple. It's just a xenon bulb and 2 yellow diodes for running lights and turn lights as well. Tail lights are LEDs, and that's all about them. Just massive lighting pieces of matte glass pushed into the rear part of the car and covered with a piece of plexiglass, keeping the design slick and nice, you know. Now, few things about this project as an entire. I still stick to an idea to make a real-life scale version of the model not much bigger than its archetype Toyota GT, at least to set the body on a chassis of the same scales or close to them. I say it because it turns out the car will be a big one. Still, I'll do my best to avoid compromises. Because what? Because it pays off. And I hope time I put in this video paid off already, because I hope you enjoyed it. If so, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you didn't do it already. Thank you for watching, see you in the next video.